She saw the pain and said, "My dad can help." Lily Carter ran along the dusty paths of the colony, her small boots kicking up clouds of fine red soil. The colony had been struggling for months now, and every day seemed heavier than the last. Machines broke down, supplies dwindled, and the humans who lived here had begun to feel a quiet despair creeping into their hearts. Lily, though only 14, refused to let herself be swallowed by the gloom. She always carried hope in her bright green eyes, hope that something or someone could make life better. That afternoon, the sun hung low in the sky, casting long shadows over the crumbling metal structures and the abandoned transport shuttles. Lily had wandered farther than usual, searching for pieces of scrap to help fix her small hover cart. That's when she noticed a strange figure at the edge of the cliff overlooking the dry canyon. She froze. The figure was small, hunched over, and trembling. Its skin shimmered faintly in the sunlight, like liquid silver, and its eyes were large, round, and full of pain. Lily had seen aliens before in hollow records and in museum exhibits, but never one like this, so close. Her heart clenched as she watched the creature struggle to stand. It looked weak, exhausted, and deeply hurt. For a moment, Lily considered turning back. She had been warned about wandering too far alone. Aliens could be unpredictable, and the adults always said, "Don't take risks, Lily." But she couldn't just leave it there. She felt a strange connection, as if the creature's pain reached out to her, whispering that it needed help. Carefully, she stepped closer, her voice soft. "Hey, are you okay?" The words sounded foolish even to her, but the alien's eyes flicked toward her. It blinked slowly, almost as if it recognized her. Lily's stomach flipped. Recognition from a being that wasn't human. She crouched down at a safe distance, her small hands clasped together. "You're hurt," she said. "I can see it. Don't worry, my dad can help." She had no idea why the words slipped out so easily. Maybe it was hope, maybe it was instinct. But the alien's eyes widened slightly, and it seemed to calm just a little. Around her, the colony was quiet. Most of the adults were busy repairing machines or checking storage units. Only a few children dared to wander outside the main compound, and they stayed close to their families. Lily had always felt different. She liked exploring, solving problems, and thinking about things that others ignored. But this was the first time she had ever truly faced something that wasn't human, and it scared her. She edged closer, her voice still soft. "My dad, he's smart, really smart. He can help you." The alien's body twitched, and Lily instinctively stepped back. Its movements were jerky, almost mechanical, but she noticed a strange rhythm to them. It was trying to communicate somehow, and she couldn't understand the sounds it made. Still, she could feel the meaning behind them. It was frightened, in pain, and desperate. Lily didn't hesitate. She ran back toward the colony as fast as she could, calling for the adults. "Dad, someone's hurt. You have to come." Her voice echoed across the dusty valley, and she saw her father, Dr. Nathan Carter, emerge from his lab. Even at a distance, his tall figure and careful movements made her feel safe. He was a brilliant man, a scientist who had once been celebrated across the galaxy for his work with alien species, though most humans now barely remembered him. "Dad!" Lily shouted again, waving. "Please hurry." Dr. Carter's eyes narrowed as he followed her gaze. When he saw the alien, he didn't hesitate. He motioned for Lily to stay back. "Lily, stay there. Don't get too close." But his hands were already moving as he activated a portable medical scanner he carried everywhere. The device hummed and beeped, scanning the alien in a spectrum that humans couldn't normally see. The readings were alarming. The creature's neural energy was unstable, and its body showed signs of severe exhaustion. Something had gone wrong, though the exact cause was unclear. Dr. Carter frowned. "This is bad, but I think we can help." Lily's chest swelled with hope. "See, I told you. My dad can help." The alien made a small, high-pitched sound, and Lily thought she saw it tilt its head as if in agreement. Her heart raced. Maybe it understood her words. Maybe it trusted humans more than anyone expected. "Carefully, Doctor." Carter approached the alien with a small containment field. It didn't seem aggressive, but it shivered violently. "Easy, I'm not going to hurt you," he said, his voice calm and measured. He knelt down, scanning its body more closely. "It's not injured from an attack," he explained to Lily. "It's something internal, something we can fix, but it will take time." Lily watched in fascination. She had always admired her father's work, but seeing him in action was inspiring. He moved with precision, his hands steady as he adjusted the scanner and activated different energy fields around the alien. Light glowed softly from the instruments, reflecting off the alien's shimmering skin. Slowly, its trembling lessened. "Dad, what is it?" Lily asked, unable to keep her curiosity in check. Dr. Carter shook his head slightly. "I'm not sure yet, Lily, but it's intelligent. Its pain isn't just physical. Something is affecting its mind, its neural network. That's why it's been suffering." Lily's eyes widened. "Its mind?" "Yes," her father said, "and if we can stabilize it, it might be able to tell us something important, something the colony or maybe even the galaxy needs to know." He looked at her seriously. "I need you to help me, Lily, carefully." Together, they guided the alien into a small hover carriage that Dr. Carter had adapted for experiments. Lily stayed close, her hand brushing lightly against the alien's arm. It flinched slightly, then leaned closer, almost as if it were drawing comfort from her presence. As they traveled back to the lab, Lily thought about what she had seen. She realized that humans had been underestimated for too long. The colony might be small and struggling, but her father, and maybe even she, had something the galaxy hadn't accounted for. Humanity's cleverness, empathy, and problem-solving abilities could change the course of events, even if no one else believed it yet. The lab was a chaotic space of blinking lights, humming machines, and floating screens. Dr. Carter carefully set the alien on a padded platform. "We'll need to monitor it closely," he said. "Its system is delicate. One wrong move and we could make things worse." Lily knelt beside the platform, studying the alien's eyes. "Don't worry," she whispered. "My dad will help." "I know he will." The alien blinked slowly, and for a moment Lily could have sworn it smiled. Hours passed as father and daughter worked side by side. Lily learned how to adjust the instruments, how to read the alien's subtle reactions, and how to calm it when it became overwhelmed. She marveled at the connection forming between them. The alien responded to her voice, her touch, and even her presence in ways the machines could not measure. By the time evening fell over the colony, the alien was breathing steadily. Its color shifted from a sickly pale to a soft, healthy shimmer. "Doctor." Carter allowed himself a small smile. "Not bad for your first day of helping," he said. Lily grinned, her heart pounding with pride. Then, just as they were settling in, the alien made a soft, musical sound, a complex melody that seemed almost like speech. Lily leaned closer, listening. "It's trying to tell us something," her father said. "Something important." Lily's mind raced. Could humans really understand it? Could they be the first ones to help a species that others had abandoned or ignored? She realized in that moment that the galaxy was bigger and stranger than she had ever imagined. And maybe humans had a bigger role to play than anyone had thought. Night fell, and the lab was filled with the quiet hum of machines and the soft glow of alien energy. Lily sat on a stool beside the platform, watching the creature sleep. It seemed peaceful now, and for the first time she allowed herself to feel something she hadn't in months: hope. The colony might be small, humans might seem weak. But she knew deep inside that cleverness, kindness, and courage could make humans stronger than anyone believed. And as she whispered again, "My dad can help," the alien's eyes fluttered open just a little, as if agreeing with her words. Somewhere in the vast galaxy, an intelligence long thought lost might be awakening. And it all started because a little girl saw the pain and refused to look away. The morning sun streamed through the lab's large glass panels, scattering golden light across the cluttered machines and glowing screens. Lily Carter was already awake, sitting cross-legged on a stool beside the platform where the alien rested. Its shimmering skin had taken on a calm, soft hue, and it lay quietly, almost as if it trusted her. Lily's father, Dr. Nathan Carter, moved among the instruments, adjusting readings and monitoring the alien's neural activity. The air was filled with the soft hum of energy fields and the faint scent of warm metal. "Lily, come over here," her father called, not looking up from his scanner. Lily hopped down from the stool and padded over to him, curiosity shining in her eyes. "I want you to see something." He pointed at a small screen displaying the alien's neural patterns. Thin lines of light pulsed rhythmically across the display. "Its body is stabilizing faster than I expected," he explained. "But look here." He tapped a section of the screen. "Its neural network is reacting to your presence." Lily's eyes widened. "Me, really?" "Yes," he said. "You're doing something no machine can do. The alien responds to you, your voice, your touch, even the way you're calm, it matters." Lily felt a swell of pride. She had always wanted to help, always wanted to be useful. Now she realized she was making a real difference. She leaned closer to the alien. "Hi," she whispered softly. "It's me, Lily. Don't be scared. We're going to figure this out together." The alien made a gentle humming sound, almost musical, and its hand twitched slightly. Lily smiled. She didn't know if it was a sign of understanding, but it felt like a connection. After breakfast, Dr. Carter decided it was time to take the alien out of the lab for a short walk. Not far, just enough to test its energy levels and see how it reacted outside the controlled environment. Lily helped carefully lift the creature into a padded, portable hover carriage. Its large eyes blinked at her, and she waved a hand softly. "We're going to take it for a little ride. Just you, me, and Dad. You'll be okay." As they moved through the colony, the alien looked around curiously. The humans on the streets froze when they saw it. Some whispered, some pointed, and some quickly hid behind walls. The colony had long ago learned that aliens could be dangerous, or at least unpredictable, and the sight of one close-up still caused unease. Lily noticed this but didn't care. She wanted everyone to see the creature not as a threat, but as someone in need of help. "It's not scary," she said softly to herself. "It's just hurt." Dr. Carter steered the hover carriage to a shaded area near the edge of a small lake where the sun reflected off the calm water. "We'll let it rest here," he said. "Open spaces like this help its energy balance." Lily helped the alien out of the carriage and led it to a soft patch of grass. Its shimmering body reflected the light in shifting colors, and it slowly sat down, taking in the surroundings. Lily knelt beside it, talking quietly. "See, it's beautiful here. You're safe. No one's going to hurt you." The alien made a soft, melodic sound again, and Lily noticed that its limbs moved more freely than before. She glanced at her father, who nodded. "It's responding well," he said. "You're calming it in a way the machines can't." They spent the rest of the morning observing the creature. Lily learned to notice tiny signals, a flick of its hand, a shift in color, a hum that changed tone. Each small movement told her something about its mood, its pain, or its curiosity. She realized that communication didn't need words. Sometimes it was simply about understanding and patience. Around midday, the alien emitted a series of sounds that were different from before. They were fast, melodic, and almost rhythmic. "Doctor." Carter leaned closer to his scanner, tapping the data into a translation program he had been developing for years. "It's trying to tell us something," he murmured. "Not words, not exactly, but a pattern." Lily's heart raced. "A pattern? What does it mean?" "We don't know yet," her father said. "But it's important. It could be a message. It could even be a request for help, something only humans can do." Lily glanced at the alien. Its large eyes were focused on her, almost pleading. She reached out, brushing a hand over its arm. "We'll help," she whispered. "I promise." As the afternoon passed, small groups of colony residents began to gather at a distance. Word had spread that Lily and her father had an alien in their care. Some were curious, some skeptical, and some frightened. They watched quietly as father and daughter worked together, observing, adjusting instruments, and talking to the creature. A young boy, no older than Lily, crept closer. "Is it alive?" he asked, his voice trembling. "Yes," Lily said firmly, "and it's hurt, but we can help, Doctor." Carter nodded, adding, "Humans have skills no machine or alien tech can replace. Understanding, patience, problem-solving, that's our strength." The boy's eyes widened. He didn't fully understand, but he felt something change. Maybe humans weren't as helpless as he had been taught. By evening, the alien's energy levels had improved noticeably. Its shimmering had become steady, smooth, and it moved more easily, even standing on its own for a few moments. Lily's heart soared. She had seen progress, something that had seemed impossible just 24 hours ago. "Dad," she said, "do you think it can talk to us someday?" Dr. Carter smiled faintly. "Possibly. It's learning that we mean no harm, and it's learning to trust us. That's the first step. Language might come later, but understanding is already happening." Just then, the alien shifted suddenly and made a different sound, a longer, lower note that seemed almost like a call. Its body vibrated softly, and Lily felt a strange warmth in the air. The creature was signaling something beyond them, something far away. "What is it trying to do?" Lily asked, excitement and concern mingling in her voice. Her father studied the readings on his instruments. "It's reaching out," he said slowly. "I don't know to whom or what. But it's trying to connect. There may be others like it." Lily's mind raced. Could there be more of its kind on the planet, on other planets? Was this a secret that humans had been unaware of all along? She felt a thrill of discovery. This was bigger than the colony, bigger than their small struggles. Humans were part of something far greater than they had imagined. Night fell and the colony became quiet. Most residents had gone home, but Lily stayed with her father and the alien, determined to understand. She watched as the creature's eyes reflected the starlight, shimmering like tiny galaxies. She whispered softly, "We'll find out, we'll help, you're not alone anymore." Dr. Carter placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You've done well today, Lily. Humans are often underestimated, but they have something important: empathy, creativity, and courage. Never forget that." Lily nodded, feeling proud and inspired. She looked at the alien, noticing a tiny change in its posture. It seemed lighter, less tense, more relaxed. For the first time, she realized that humans didn't need to fight or conquer to show their strength. Their intelligence, kindness, and ability to solve problems were enough to make a difference. Then, just before she was about to leave, the alien did something unexpected. It reached toward her, its hand hovering just above hers. Lily froze, unsure, but slowly she extended her hand. Their fingers almost touched, and a wave of warmth seemed to pass between them. It was subtle, unspoken, but it felt like a bond had been formed, a promise of trust. "This is just the beginning," Dr. Carter said quietly, watching the interaction. "We don't know what's coming, but humans are ready. We can face it together." Lily nodded, feeling a surge of determination. The colony might struggle, and the galaxy might have doubts about humanity, but she understood something important now. Humans had a unique strength, a quiet power that came from understanding, courage, and care. And that strength could reach further than anyone had ever imagined. As they returned the alien to its hover carriage for the night, Lily felt a strange sense of anticipation. Something had shifted in the air, subtle but undeniable. The creature had connected with humans in a way the galaxy might never expect. And Lily knew that tomorrow would bring new discoveries, new challenges, and perhaps new allies. She whispered softly to the alien once more, "Don't worry, we're here. My dad can help. And we'll figure everything out together." The alien blinked slowly, almost like a nod, and Lily felt certain it understood. Lying in bed that night, Lily thought about the day's events. She realized that the galaxy was larger, stranger, and more fascinating than she had ever imagined. And she understood something even more important. Humans, even small and seemingly ordinary humans like her and her father, could change the course of events with patience, intelligence, and care. For the first time in a long while, Lily felt truly hopeful. The alien's presence, its trust, and its quiet signals promised that the future held something extraordinary. Humanity, underestimated and overlooked, might be capable of things no one had imagined. And she, Lily Carter, would be part of it all. The morning light spilled gently into the lab, and Lily Carter was already at her post, notebook in hand. She had spent the night thinking about the alien, its strange behaviors, and the signals it had sent. Every movement, every sound, seemed meaningful. She wanted to understand it completely. Her father, Dr. Nathan Carter, was adjusting a series of instruments that glowed softly around the alien's platform. The machine hummed with quiet energy, its lights reflecting off the alien's smooth, silver-like skin. "Lily," her father said, not looking up, "today we're going to try something new." He handed her a small device with a glowing interface. "This will help us understand the patterns in its signals. I need you to observe and take notes. Watch closely. See how it reacts to different prompts." Lily nodded eagerly. She loved tasks that allowed her to study and learn. She leaned over the device, ready to record every detail. The alien was lying calmly, its large eyes following her every move. She reached out gently. "Good morning," she said softly. "We're going to figure this out together." The alien made a soft musical sound, one that had become familiar over the past 2 days. Its tone rose and fell in a rhythmic pattern. Lily tapped the interface on her device, mimicking the rhythm. The alien's eyes widened slightly. Its body shifted forward just a little, as if acknowledging the effort. "See that, Dad?" Lily said excitedly. "It's responding to the pattern," Dr. Carter smiled faintly. "Yes, and this is important. It's showing us that it can communicate, at least in part, using these rhythms. This is the start of understanding its language." Lily's mind raced. If humans could understand this communication, it could mean more than just helping a single alien. It could open doors to understanding an entire species. And maybe, she thought, humans could be more important in the galaxy than anyone realized. The day passed with careful observation. Lily noticed subtle changes in the alien's behavior. Sometimes it moved towards certain instruments, sometimes it hummed in patterns that her father hadn't expected. Each time, Lily's eyes widened with excitement. She began to realize that this creature wasn't just intelligent, it was clever. It could learn and adapt quickly, responding to the human's actions with thoughtfulness. Around midday, there was a small interruption. A group of colony technicians arrived, drawn by rumors of the alien and the work being done. They stood quietly at the edge of the lab, whispering among themselves. Most of them were cautious, still wary of anything extraterrestrial. "Lily, stay focused," her father said, glancing at the group. "Ignore distractions. The alien notices everything, and we don't want to stress it." Lily nodded, turning back to the creature. "We're working together, remember?" she whispered. The alien made a soft sound, almost like a sigh, and shifted its position closer to her. She smiled. By afternoon, the alien's behavior became more unusual. Its eyes tracked points in the room that had no obvious reason to hold its attention. Its musical signals were longer, more complex, almost like a conversation. "Doctor." Carter tapped rapidly on his console, trying to decode the patterns. "This is remarkable," he murmured. "It's not just trying to tell us something, it's sharing information about where it came from and what it needs." Lily leaned closer, watching the alien with intense curiosity. "Do you think it remembers its home?" she asked softly. Dr. Carter nodded slowly. "I think it does, and that memory is part of the pain it felt when it arrived here. Something happened during its journey, something disrupted its neural network. But if we can help it recover, it might show us something humans have never known before." Lily's heart beat faster. She had always dreamed of adventures beyond the colony, beyond the small world they lived on. She had never expected an adventure like this, a real connection with an alien who might hold secrets about the galaxy itself. Suddenly, the alien made a series of rapid, sharp musical notes, different from anything it had done before. Its body tensed, and it looked toward the lab's wide windows as if sensing something far away. Lily's pulse quickened. "Dad, it's trying to show us something." Dr. Carter's eyes widened as he adjusted the sensors. The readings on the screen spiked, showing complex neural activity. "It's sending a signal," he said. "Not just to us, but outward, somewhere far away. I don't know where, but it's reaching out." Lily felt a thrill of anticipation. The alien wasn't just isolated, it had a connection to others like it, perhaps even a network, a family, or a community. "Could someone be coming?" she asked. "Maybe," her father replied cautiously, "or maybe it's reaching for help. Whatever it is, humans are part of the process now. This is why it trusted you yesterday. You made the first connection." The day passed in a blur of observations, adjustments, and careful experiments. Lily learned to recognize subtle signals in the alien's movements and sounds. She started noticing things her father didn't. The way it shifted when she spoke certain words, the tiny change in color when it felt comforted, the way it seemed to hum in response to her touch. By evening, Dr. Carter suggested a different approach. "We need to test its memory," he explained. "If it can recall its home or important events, it will help us understand its species and why it came here. Lily, you're going to help with this part." Lily's eyes lit up. "What do I do?" Her father handed her a small projector device. "It will display visual cues, shapes, lights, and colors that might trigger memory responses. Watch how it reacts. Take notes. I'll monitor the neural readings." The alien was moved gently onto the platform. Lily activated the projector and the lights shifted across the walls, creating patterns and images. At first, the alien didn't react. Then slowly its eyes followed the patterns. It hummed softly, a tone that rose and fell like a question. Lily leaned closer, holding her breath. "It's thinking," she whispered. The alien's body vibrated slightly as if trying to match the rhythm of the lights. "It's trying to tell us something?" Her father smiled. "Yes, it's memory, it's connecting images with experiences. Humans can do this too. You're helping it recall its past." Hours passed as Lily guided the alien through different patterns. Slowly, fragments appeared, fleeting glimpses of a bright, crystalline city, strange, flowing landscapes, and creatures she had never imagined. The alien's movements became more fluid, its musical signals longer and richer. "You're doing it," Lily said softly, her eyes shining. "You're remembering." The alien leaned slightly toward her, its eyes filled with something that seemed almost like gratitude. Finally, the alien paused, its shimmering body still and calm. Its musical signals slowed, becoming a gentle hum. It looked directly at Lily, then at her father. For a moment, the lab was completely silent. The air felt heavier, charged with a quiet understanding. Doctor. Carter exhaled slowly. It knows us now, it trusts us fully, and it's ready to show us something we couldn't see before. Lily's heart pounded. Something like what? We don't know yet, he said. But tomorrow, we might find answers about its journey, its species, and why it came here. Humans are about to discover something incredible, and it all started because you cared, Lily. The alien let out a final soft note, almost like a lullaby, and settled down to rest. Lily knelt beside it, her hand brushing gently across its arm. Rest now, she whispered. We'll figure it all out. That night, as she lay in bed, Lily's mind buzzed with thoughts. The alien had shown memories, signals, and intelligence far beyond what she had imagined. Humans, she realized, had a special role here. They could connect in ways no other species could, through empathy, understanding, and clever thinking. She thought about the galaxy beyond their colony, about planets, stars, and civilizations they hadn't yet seen. She felt excitement and responsibility all at once. Humans might be underestimated, but Lily knew something important. They had gifts that could change everything. The alien's hum echoed in her mind as she drifted to sleep. Its trust, its memory, its quiet signals, they were proof that humans mattered in the universe, and she felt ready for whatever the next day would bring. Tomorrow, she knew, would reveal more, maybe even answers about why this alien had come to them in the first place. And Lily, with her father's guidance, would be ready. Somewhere in the vast galaxy, unseen and unknown, something was listening, something that had been waiting for humans to show their true worth. And that waiting had finally ended. The next morning, the colony was unusually quiet. The air seemed charged with anticipation, even though most of the residents didn't know why. Lily Carter had barely slept. Her mind was full of the alien's signals, the memories it had shown yesterday, and the thought that they were about to discover something much bigger than themselves. She moved through the lab with quiet purpose, carrying her notebook and a small device her father had given her. Lily, Dr. Carter called, adjusting the glowing instruments. Today we'll try to map the source of the signals the alien sent last night. It's reaching out beyond this planet. We need to understand who or what it is trying to contact. Lily's eyes widened. Beyond the planet. Like other species? Yes, her father said. Or maybe something larger. It's rare for any species to reach across space like this. But humans are part of it now, and we have to help it succeed. The alien rested on the platform, its eyes watching them carefully. Lily approached slowly, speaking softly. We'll figure this out together, she said. The creature's shimmering skin pulsed gently, and for a moment it seemed to lean toward her as if it understood every word. Dr. Carter activated the signal mapping device. Lines of light spread across the lab, projecting a three-dimensional map of energy waves emanating from the alien. Lily stared in awe. The patterns were complex, far beyond anything she had seen in her studies. They twisted and turned in arcs, spiraling outward toward distant points in space. It's like a web, she whispered. A network? Yes, her father said, adjusting the settings. And if we can trace it, we might be able to find where the alien's people are, or where it comes from. They worked together, following the patterns, observing the alien's reactions. Every time they adjusted the device, the alien made soft musical tones, sometimes high and rapid, sometimes low and steady. Lily realized that it was guiding them, almost as if it wanted them to understand. Hours passed and the lab grew quiet except for the soft hum of instruments and the alien's rhythmic signals. Finally, the device displayed a distant point in the galaxy, a glowing star system that pulsed faintly like a heartbeat. Dad, look, Lily exclaimed. It's there, Doctor. Carter examined the readings carefully. Yes, that must be its home, or at least a place where others like it exist. Humans rarely interact with signals this precise. It's remarkable. Lily felt a thrill of excitement. Can we try to contact them? Her father hesitated. We have to be careful. They might not recognize us. But maybe the alien signals will act as a translator, a bridge. Humans are part of this now. Our connection with it gives us a chance to be understood. As they worked, small clusters of colony residents gathered outside the lab, watching through the windows. Some whispered among themselves, others simply stared. They had never seen humans working with an alien in this way before. Slowly, some began to understand that Lily and her father were doing something extraordinary. By afternoon, the mapping and translation process was nearly complete. Lily watched the alien intently, noticing its body shifting slightly as they approached certain signals. "It's nervous," she said softly. "It's worried about them." Dr. Carter nodded. "It's probably worried about how they'll respond, but it trusts us, and humans can help them understand." Finally, the moment arrived. The alien's signals pulsed strongly, synchronized with the device. The glowing point in space brightened as if responding. Then something incredible happened. A ripple passed through the lab, a faint vibration in the air. It was subtle, but everyone felt it. The alien's eyes widened, and it hummed in a long, musical note that filled the room. "Dad, something's happening," Lily whispered, her heart pounding. Dr. Carter's eyes were wide with amazement. "It's a response," he said. "They know we're here." Outside the lab, the colony residents murmured in awe. A group of tall, sleek alien figures appeared at the edge of the settlement. They didn't move aggressively. Instead, they observed. Their eyes reflected curiosity and caution, and they radiated a calm energy that was different from anything humans had experienced before. Lily felt a rush of both fear and excitement. She had expected challenges, but she hadn't imagined this. The aliens' people had come, and they were watching humans closely. "Stay calm," her father said quietly. "They're not attacking, they're observing. They need to understand us." Lily stepped closer to the alien on the platform. "It's okay," she whispered. "They see you, they know we're helping." The alien's body shimmered brightly, almost like it was glowing. Then it made a soft series of melodic tones. Lily listened carefully. Somehow she understood, not in words but in feeling. The alien was telling the newcomers that humans were allies, that they had helped, and that they could be trusted. One of the aliens moved forward slowly, its long, elegant limbs making soft sounds as it approached. It stopped a few feet away from the platform, tilting its head as if studying the humans. Lily felt her pulse quicken. Dr. Carter stepped forward, hands raised slightly. "We come in peace," he said gently. "We want to help, we are part of this now." The alien's leader, or so Lily assumed, emitted a low, musical note. Then something astonishing happened. A soft glow emanated from its body, connecting visually with the mapping device. The signals that had traveled across space earlier now formed patterns that humans could perceive. Shapes, colors, and sequences appeared in the air around them, like a story being told without words. Lily's eyes widened. "It's showing us its world," she whispered. "It's home." The aliens had a civilization unlike anything humans had imagined. Towering crystalline structures reflected light like living rainbows, and vast gardens of strange flora floated above the ground. Streams of liquid light flowed through their cities, and creatures moved gracefully, harmonizing with the environment. Humans had always thought they were alone in the galaxy, but this revealed a richness of life and intelligence they had never known. "They're peaceful, Doctor," Carter said softly. "And they've been waiting for help, or maybe waiting for someone they could trust." The alien on the platform shimmered once more, emitting a gentle musical sequence. Lily understood that it was communicating with its own kind now. Its family or community had responded, and humans were a part of this communication, trusted enough to be included. Outside the lab, the colony residents whispered in awe. They had never seen humans operate with this kind of intelligence and calm. Slowly, they began to realize that humans were more capable than they had been led to believe. Humans weren't just fragile or primitive. They had empathy, understanding, and cleverness that allowed them to solve problems no machine or weapon could. Lily felt a surge of pride. Her small voice, her simple insistence that her dad could help, had started something far bigger than herself. Humans were being recognized not through fear or power, but through thoughtfulness, patience, and care. Hours passed as humans and aliens established a cautious understanding. The alien on the platform hummed in delight, shifting closer to Lily. She reached out, letting her hand hover near its glowing skin. The aliens around them emitted soft lights and tones, acknowledging the humans' efforts. It was a quiet celebration, a recognition that trust had been built across species and across space. Dr. Carter smiled at his daughter. "Lily," he said softly, "this is incredible. Humans have always been underestimated, but today they are being seen as something more." Lily felt a rush of excitement. "We helped," she whispered, "and they understand us." The alien on the platform made one final, melodic note, almost like a laugh. Lily laughed softly too, realizing something she had always known deep down. Humans didn't need weapons or dominance to matter in the galaxy. They only needed courage, kindness, and clever thinking. As evening fell, the aliens' companions began to retreat slowly, leaving the glowing signals behind as a form of communication. They had observed, understood, and now they would leave humans with proof of their potential. Humans had made their mark, quietly but undeniably. Lily watched the last shimmer fade, her heart filled with awe. The alien on the platform rested peacefully, its energy stable and strong. "We did it," she whispered. "We really did it," her father nodded. "And tomorrow the galaxy may begin to notice humans differently. Not as primitive, but as capable, thoughtful, and important." Lily smiled. For the first time, she felt the weight of human potential. They had started small, in a struggling colony on a distant planet. But through intelligence, patience, and empathy, they had reached across space, connecting with beings who had once seemed beyond their understanding. And she knew that this was only the beginning. Humans were ready to show the galaxy what they could do, not through violence or power, but through brilliance, care, and courage. The night settled over the colony. Stars glittered in the sky like diamonds scattered across black velvet. Lily lay in bed, her mind alive with possibility. Tomorrow would bring more discoveries. Tomorrow, humans might step into a larger role in the galaxy than they had ever imagined. And she, Lily Carter, would be there to guide them, helping them reach their potential, one small act of understanding at a time. The alien's soft glow pulsed gently in her memory, a reminder that trust and care could change the course of events. Humanity had begun to awaken in the galaxy. The next morning, Lily Carter woke with a sense of anticipation she had never felt before. The night had been quiet, but her dreams had been alive with colors, sounds, and visions of the alien's world. She could still feel the soft hum of its signals in her mind, and the memory made her pulse quicken. Today, she knew, would bring answers, answers not just about the alien, but about the place humans held in the galaxy. She dressed quickly and ran to the lab. Her father, Dr. Nathan Carter, was already there, adjusting the glowing instruments and monitoring the alien's energy fields. The creature rested peacefully on its platform, its shimmering skin calm, and it looked up as Lily entered, as if acknowledging her presence. "Good morning," Lily said softly. "Are you ready?" The alien hummed in response, a low, melodic sound that vibrated gently in the air. It had been communicating in increasingly complex patterns over the past few days, and Lily had learned to recognize the emotions behind each sound: trust, curiosity, hope. Dr. Carter looked at her with a small smile. "Lily, today we may finally learn why it came here and what it expects from us. Are you ready?" Lily nodded. "I am." The lab was quiet except for the soft hum of instruments and the gentle musical tones of the alien. "Doctor." Carter activated the signal mapping device once more, projecting the energy lines into the air. The lines twisted and turned, connecting the alien to distant points across space, forming shapes and patterns that seemed almost alive. "It's connecting again," Lily said, leaning forward. "It wants to show us something important." As the device traced the signals, the images of the alien's home appeared once more, even more vivid than before. Crystal towers reflected the light of twin suns, strange floating gardens hung in the air, and the creatures moved with elegance and grace. Lily could almost feel the warmth and energy of the city through the projection. "Doctor." Carter watched the readings with a mixture of excitement and awe. "It's beautiful," he said, "and it wants us to understand. Humans are part of this now. Our connection is bridging worlds." Suddenly, the alien emitted a long, sustained note, and the energy lines pulsed brightly. A portal of soft light opened in the center of the lab, and through it, figures began to appear. They were the alien emissaries from the distant star system, the same ones who had observed the colony yesterday. But now they stepped fully into the room, their movements slow and deliberate, their bodies glowing with calm energy. Lily's heart raced. She had expected visits, signals, or distant communication, but not this. The emissaries were real, tangible, and here in the lab with her and her father. One of the emissaries, taller and more luminous than the others, extended a delicate limb toward the alien on the platform. It made soft, musical tones that resonated throughout the room. The alien responded immediately, its own hums harmonizing with the visitors. "They recognize each other," Dr. Carter whispered. "This is a reunion." Lily stepped closer to her father. "Do you think they came because we helped?" Dr. Carter nodded slowly. "Yes." Humans are now part of this connection. Without your patience, empathy, and guidance, this moment wouldn't have been possible. The emissaries turned their attention toward the humans. Lily felt their gaze, not threatening but curious and careful. They seemed to be studying the humans' expressions, their movements, and their intentions. Lily felt a mixture of excitement and pride. She realized that the galaxy had long underestimated humans, but now humans were being seen in a new light. The alien on the platform hummed again, its tones rising and falling in a complex melody. Lily listened carefully and realized that it was speaking, not in words, but in meaning. It was introducing humans to its species, explaining what they had done and conveying trust. One of the emissaries extended a glowing limb toward Lily. She hesitated for a moment, then reached out. The contact was gentle, almost like a handshake, and a soft warmth passed through her. She felt understanding, acceptance, and acknowledgement, as if the alien species was silently saying, "Humans matter. They are clever. They are capable. They are trustworthy." Her father stepped forward and did the same. The emissary hummed in response, and a stream of energy flowed through the room, linking humans and aliens. Lily watched in awe as the device's projections grew brighter, showing the aliens' world, the distant civilizations, and the connections that now included humanity. "This is incredible," Lily whispered. "We're part of it," Dr. Carter smiled. "Yes, humanity is being recognized not for force or weapons, but for understanding and ingenuity. Your small act of compassion started this entire connection. It proves that humans have a quiet strength others often overlook." The emissaries emitted a series of lights and melodic tones, which the alien on the platform translated for Lily and her father. It told them of challenges in their civilization, complex problems that required careful thought, creativity, and cooperation. The alien had reached out to them because humans possessed qualities no machine or alien technology alone could replicate: empathy, intuition, and clever problem-solving. Lily's heart soared. She realized the truth behind the words she had spoken days ago. "My dad can help." Not only could her father help, but humans, through their intelligence and care, could help entire species. They could solve problems that others had abandoned, fix what seemed impossible, and form bonds across worlds. The emissaries spent hours communicating with Lily and Dr. Carter. The alien on the platform guided the discussion, bridging the understanding between humans and its species. Every interaction deepened the connection. Lily noticed the subtle ways the emissaries responded to human gestures, tone of voice, and simple acts of kindness. It became clear: humans had something unique in the galaxy, a strength that wasn't measured in weapons or numbers, but in thoughtfulness and ingenuity. By the afternoon, the emissaries had shared a vision of the galaxy that few humans had ever imagined. They revealed networks of civilizations, intricate ecological systems, and long-standing problems that required care, intelligence, and collaboration. Lily realized that humans had been underestimated not because they were weak, but because their strengths were subtle, quiet, and often overlooked. "This is just the beginning," Dr. Carter said quietly, looking at his daughter. "Humans have a role to play in the galaxy. They have always had it, even when no one noticed." Lily felt a surge of pride and determination. She had started this journey with a simple phrase, a desire to help one creature in pain. Now humans were being recognized across space. They were part of something larger, something beautiful and extraordinary. As evening fell, the emissaries prepared to return to their world. They did not leave in silence. Instead, they sent waves of glowing energy that the alien on the platform translated for Lily and her father. The message was clear: humans are welcome. Your cleverness, your empathy, your patience are rare and valuable. Continue to grow, and the galaxy will notice you. Lily watched as the emissaries disappeared through the portal, leaving a lingering glow that slowly faded into the room. The alien on the platform rested peacefully, its body reflecting soft colors of contentment and relief. "Did we really do it?" Lily whispered. Dr. Carter nodded. "Yes, we've done more than we imagined. Humans have been recognized for what they truly are, and it all started because you saw the pain and said, 'My dad can help.'" Lily smiled softly. She had felt small at first, unsure if she could make a difference. But now she understood. Sometimes one act of kindness, one effort to help, could change everything. Humans were clever, resourceful, and compassionate. They could reach across space and touch lives in ways no one had expected. That night, Lily lay in bed and thought about the day's events. The galaxy was vast, filled with mysteries, civilizations, and challenges, but she felt a quiet confidence. Humans were ready. They had a role to play, and their strengths, subtle yet powerful, would make a difference. The alien's soft hum lingered in her mind, a reminder of trust, connection, and the power of care. Humanity had been underestimated for too long, but now, across light years and civilizations, the truth was clear. Humans were extraordinary, not through force or fear, but through intelligence, empathy, and courage. Lily Carter smiled as she drifted to sleep. The galaxy was changing. Humans were part of that change, and it all began with a simple act, a small voice, and the belief that someone could help. The stars outside glittered like diamonds in the black velvet sky. Somewhere far away, civilizations were noticing humans for the first time. They were seeing the value in thoughtfulness, patience, and cleverness. They were seeing the strength in humanity.